Hi, welcome to another video from Dr. Lock. Looks like Lockwood has gone and done it again. They've made another good lock into a new lock, which is good in a lot of ways but bad in a lot of ways. We're going to be looking at the Lockwood 3572. This is the new one, this is the old one. Now there is one in between here, but we don't speak about that. That's like the dirty ugly cousin that we never speak about. Reason being is because in the field we find that it fails, and it fails miserably, especially on high use doors. The one we're talking about is the one that has the die cast cam on the back. I might even have one of those cams to show you. We'll start off by talking about the original, the old school that still works, very reliable, and then the new one that they've brought out. As far as road testing it, we haven't road tested this one on high use doors, so we're not too sure on exactly if it's going to live up to this one here, but this one here we know very reliable. It's got the little made in Australia thing there, but most likely now they're all made in China. Notice how it's missing. A lot of the Lockwood's products now are all manufactured in China, which is not good for anyone. Alright, so first of all, box wise, the same. We're going to have a look at the lock. Now you're probably going to come across these if you're a locksmith on the job, and you're going to look at it and say, what the hell is this they've brought out? And that's pretty much what's happening with our locksmiths and with other locksmiths. Now this is the lock body right here. First thing I can tell why it's different, it's got a nice bit of metal on the top there, which is carved out, as were the older ones, just have this like case right there. Don't worry, it does come in a 3582 version as well. This is a 3582 version. It's got a little red and green indicator there so you can escape and not, which is kind of cool. It tells you what it is. So that's the handing of it. You can, and another one here, anti-lock and lockout. Okay, we'll move on to the 3582 later on. Let's just stay with the 72. It's got the initial caps, which is good, that's great. Bolt is reversible, just like normal, that's good, that's great. On the front now, you've got your little indicator. That's pretty easy to do. Little screwdriver, turn it left and right. There's some actual instructions here printed on the actual body, which does make it easy because those little stickers do peel off. And that allows you hold back, anti-lockout and neutral for passage. One thing I don't like is they've changed the cams on this new lock. I'll try and show you these cams if I can here. Okay, so you think you'd be looking at a normal cam when you look at this, but it's actually got this raised section along the top here, so that's an X cam now. And this cam that looks identical, it's not identical, but this is a V cam, and it's got a raised different section here now. And of course, if you're going to start swapping cams, let's start swapping the insert cams as well. These insert cams are not cheap, and we've got to swap them over if we're going to the new lock. So that's the available cams that I could get from the supplier for this new type of lock. Price wise, probably talking double the price, and the cams weren't as cheap as normal either, but that's okay considering it's a new product. But they're the four cams that I could get to kind of show you this. So I believe this one still pulls the latch back, and I believe this one does an unlock and lock function. Now if you look at the cam and you say lock and unlock, that's the cam. Okay, so when we compare these cams to the old school, we're talking a completely different kettle of fish. So that's a lock and unlock cam, and where's a pull back the bolt? There we are. There's a pull back the bolt cam. Okay, so that's what you'd normally go, lock and unlock, pull the bolt back. Okay, but now they've got these cams here. This is the ugly little cousin that we don't talk about. This is this die cast cam on the back. This is for the model in the middle that had this particular type of cam. This part here generally wore out, but you could set the lock up using just the one cam. So that's what was interesting about it. So this is our older one. I'll take you through and I'll show you that. So we've identified now we need new cams now for this new lock. Every locksmith's now going to go out buy new cams to set up these new locks. In the pack, let's go through and see what the difference is in the pack is. So it comes with our spindles, it comes with our wood screws, it comes with our faceplate screws and a couple of springs as normal. So this is the old one. Our retaining cylinder pins, instructions, our lock body, reversible, faceplate, strike keeper, no strike, no striker plate. Fair enough, no striker plate in that. Now with the reversing of the latch of the handing, you just spin it around, same there. Dead latching function, push it in, this goes solid, same again over here, no problems there. Cap there to keep it protected, that's fine. Handing of the lock, which side you want to be free and which side you want to be locked, now can actually be done by this switch here. On the older models here, we would need to flick this part around here. Lockable is one side and escape is the other side. And you do the same on this side. Do you want this side to be lockable? Turn it up, escape, turn it down. The footprint of the handles, when we look at them, you see they've added one. They've added one. So I'll just quickly identify which ones they've got. So we've got the big two outer diagonal ones. We've got the left and right. We've got the left and right. And here you can see they haven't done a very good job of drilling that. Okay, so we've got the two left and rights there. On the new model here we've got this slightly smaller one on the inside of the circle. Here we've got that, and that hole is completely missing. So that's the older one there. That's the older one that doesn't have the extra hole there. That's interesting as well. As far as price wise, new one's more expensive. As far as the box go, we've got our instructions, which I believe that probably come in handy. You've got your cylinder retaining pins. This one does have a striker plate. Perhaps my box had been open or the striker plate was missing, but this one does have the striker plate. Included is the one cam, which is the new V cam. I'll just give you a close-up on that so you can see it's like two cams, one on top of the other. So you look at the shape and you think, oh, that's for that, but no, it's not. It's different. We've got our screws, our faceplate screws, our spindle springs, and the faceplate. Now, are these faceplates the same? No, they're not. Which means that if you've got all the accessories for this type of lock, such as the extended one used for wooden or used on aluminium when it's been made a mess of, you can't just continue to use this. You're going to need to now buy new faceplates as well, because the faceplate is the same size, same width, but the dead latching function is different. And I can see a slight, probably 1 or 2 millimeters on the top. The latch is different as well. So that's yet another thing we have to purchase. I believe when Lockwood bring out these new products, what they should do is say, hey, here, look, locksmiths, everybody gets all the accessories, you get all the cams for free, go out, install my new lock, and, you know, use it and get it out there in the market. But instead what happens is they bring out a new lock like this, we don't know about it, and then we turn up to a job with this type of hardware, expecting to be able to make this type of lock work. And when a person wants like a function changed, we then need to go purchase new cams and things like that. Or if it's a slop installation, we have to tidy it up. We then have to buy bigger faceplates and things like that. So I believe there should be a little bit more, how do you say, a little bit more acknowledgement on the locksmith side of things. When you do bring out a new product and you want that new product to be out there and usable, they should at least allow us a heads up that it's changing, and then they should throw us a few products, because all of these things do cost us money to have enough parts in the vehicle to service and install this type of lock. Now we're going to be moving on, doubling up our parts, because most likely we'll come across this one, but every now and again you will come across a new model. It's the same thing that happened with the model we don't talk about in the middle. But yeah, if you do see one of the ones in the middle, generally speaking, we've reverted back to this older style because it's more reliable. But now with this new style, until we find faults and flaws with it, we'll probably be you know, installing and servicing both. To date, I haven't heard of any problems with this new one, but that's not to say there's always little problems. There always has been, but yet to say this could be a rock solid model, we just don't know. But as of so far, from what it looks a little bit more user friendly. I don't like having to buy new parts, but I guess that's just the way it is. And as far as body size and all the rest, exactly the same. 3572, really old, really new. And the one in the middle, yeah, we don't talk about that one. So that's just a quick video about the new Lockwood 3572. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up. If you want to make a comment about these two Lockwood products, feel free to. This one's available on our website. This one is not yet available on our website. If you are interested in anything that's not on our website, please email and we'll be happy to respond. Thanks for watching.